I don't know what we can talk about in this nation without talking about white superiority, honestly.
Who defines the meaning of God also defines the relationship between economy and God.
African Americans spent $1.3 trillion last year, making us the 16th wealthiest nation in the world. Why have we not turned those riches into wealth to develop our community?
You know, one thing about Black people, we've always found ourselves being very creative when it comes to making money, whether it's rent parties, you know, the numbers that kind of helped the Black community, especially like in the early, you know, coming out of radical Reconstruction. There's a lot of things we've done just to make money and just to kind of keep our things moving along. And with that, you know, there's been a lot of things that occur right at, I guess, in the beginning of the pandemic. Some are still going on now, but there was like a reemergence of these SUSU organizations or these SUSU groups. What is your opinion on the SUSUs?
Well, the first thing is that a SUSU is not now SUSUs are different from what a lot of people are promoting as SUSUs. Right. A lot of people are promoting blessing looms, and they're calling them SUSUs, which I think is a derogatory way to describe a SUSU. You know, a SUSU is safe. A SUSU, assuming you trust the people that you do the SUSU with, that's primarily a savings vehicle. It's basically, it basically creates discipline, economic discipline. You know, you put money into the SUSU. Everybody puts money in. Every few weeks, you get a payout as long as you do what you're supposed to do. I like it because it's a great little way to establish accountability, and it's almost like the same way I lost weight. I lost weight basically doing the same thing I could have done on my own, but having an accountability partner forced me to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go running, even if it's 8 degrees outside. I probably wouldn't have done that on my own. So a SUSU is saying, look, you know, we're gonna go, you know, like that old proverb that says, if I want to go fast, I go alone. If we're gonna go far, we go together. So I'm gonna join this group, and this group is gonna hold me accountable, right? A lot of people understate the importance of sociology and community in the whole wealth building, saving, investing process. Though that's an extremely important part of that, right? So you find a group of people and you say, okay, let's all help each other overcome our weakness. Our weakness is that we have a tough time saving money individually, because you put the money in the bank and it starts to, you know, melt a hole in your pocket and you go spend it, right? So the SUSU, everybody's put money in the pot. Every few weeks, everybody gets the big payday. That's what it is. Now, the downside of the SUSU is that there isn't, at least historically, an element of growth and the ability to take advantage of compound interest. So I would almost say that the SUSU 2.0, or the accelerated SUSU, or the SUSU on steroids, is where maybe instead of everybody always getting a payout, you set it where you can get a payout if you need it, but we're going to take this money, we're going to invest it. We're going to pile it together like insurance companies do, and we're going to go out and we're going to go buy some real estate. We're going to go buy some stock. We're going to go do whatever it takes, right? Like, so for example, a group of people could pull together some money, and literally just by doing things like writing call and put options, which actually is something that we talk about a lot in the Black Business School, you can generate a substantial income from that pile of money right there, right? Because you got a capital base. That's what, when people talk about financial security, what they're really referring to is a capital base. Which is no different from, like, if I have a bunch of apple trees and cows and pigs on my farm, I'm never going to go hungry because I can always eat an apple. I can always go, you know, get some milk. I can go kill a cow if I have to, right? So a capital base just means you have resources that available in case you run across hard times, right? So SUSU is great because it builds a capital base, and it's a lot of fun. It's a great way to connect. It's a great way to help each other. Now, the blessing loom is a problem because the blessing loom is technically defined as a pyramid scheme. And the reason it's defined as a pyramid scheme is because it is legally federally illegal. Does that sound right? It's against federal law. How about that? To have any sort of so-called investment vehicle that requires you to go out and recruit new people. Because what you're basically doing is you're paying the people at the top of the pyramid with the people that are coming in at the bottom. And that works until it stops working. Mathematically, it's not sustainable over a long period of time. So it doesn't mean that it's unethical or immoral. I'm not saying anybody's immoral if you participate. It doesn't mean that you're automatically definitely going to lose all your money. It's a little bit like going to the casino, right? And going to the casino is fine. Everybody's done it, but you know, going to the casino is not investing, and also it's definitely not like a Susu, which is a safe vehicle for a safe savings vehicle. So I would just encourage everybody, if you participate, just know there's a chance you may not get your money back. And if you're okay with that, then cool, go for it. And then number two, just know that if you are heavily involved or if you're running one of these schemes, I just remember how they always love to make examples out of Black people. And I'm really concerned about one day seeing the news and seeing some Black person, being dragged down in handcuffs because they ran a $1 million pyramid scheme. Right. So with that said, though, I think that those are two great vehicles to look into. I think doing things as a group in general is just a great idea because and it's natural. Right. The film HAPI touches on that. Right. A lot of the reason that wealth gets accumulated is because people get accumulated. When you accumulate people, you're accumulating wealth. You're bringing together resources. You're bringing together ideas. You're facilitating trade. The Nile River is running through, so people are floating down the Nile looking for people to trade with. Same way that London became the first city in the Western Hemisphere to have over 1 million people in it, is because the Thames River went right through London. Without that river, there is no London, right? So ultimately, bringing people together, which is what we have digital rivers, And right now, people are watching and we're connecting in a way that we couldn't have connected 20, 30 years ago. So this digital river creates possibility, commerce, and activity that allows us to all benefit if we do it right.